Okay, so you have a application where you have a door that is pivoting, and you want it to go. You have a swinging door with concealed hinges right now, but you're only able to get to 90 degrees because of where the pivot point, and you want it to go to 180 degrees. Okay, so a very easy thing to solve. The answer to the question is yes, you're going to need to use a pivot. You cannot use an invisible hinge to go beyond 90 based on your application, as you already have right now. And what you have right now is seen here and here. So let's take a look at both of these. So obviously a pair of doors, it's a whatever. It could be a wet bar, it could be a laundry closet, storage, whatever. You want to take them and swing them to 180 degrees. And the conflict that you have is your door. This is your door, obviously. This is a door, and you're taking a photograph of this door. And your problem is you've got an 1 3/4 inch thick door. You've got 3/4 applied molding. You have the same applied molding to your wall, but then you've got another 3/4 inch of shoe applied to the bottom. Okay, so concealed hinges will not work, sauce or anything like that, because of where the pivot point is. You'll have to use a pivot. That pivot point, that vertical axis of pivoting, will need to be drawn off the face of the door. Okay, so that you can pivot out and around. And what we can do is supply you with the necessary hardware to do that. You're going to see the hardware. You're going to see the pivot, the large knuckle pivot point down here. You'll see hardware down here. You'll see it up at the top as well. Your question is, do you need an intermediate pivot? The answer is you don't require one in order to get the door to hang, but it's considered best practice, and in fact would be considered incorrect installation if it was not used. So can you do it? Do people do it? Yes, all the time. But it would be incorrect to do so. This line represents the additional 3/4 inch applied to the wall. This line represents your applied molding. When you add your pivot, and here's your wall, here's your door. When you add your pivot, your hardware is going to sit down here. The arm is going to get chiseled up in here. The issue that you're going to have, and just doing an incredibly out of scale, not correct sketch, your installation is going to look something like this, where all of this is going to be your arm. To a certain degree, you're going to have screw holes that are somewhere going to be located, and these circles are just poor, quick representations. You're going to have your bottom pivot, and I would have to lay that out with the template. It's going to be mortised partially into the bottom molding. That's clearly not ideal, but that's going to be partially what you're dealing with. So can you do it? Absolutely. Is it going to work? Yep, it's going to work. But you're going to see the hardware, your concealed look is gone, and unfortunately there's no way around that. Let us know if we can proceed with taking an order for you. Thank you.